What is going on, people? Satsuki the Reactor here, here to live react to Fruits Basket of Final, episode 6. Last episode we left off, we saw Momiji and his curse break, and we saw the impact it had on Akito, but more importantly, with Momiji, he felt a lot of somberness with the curse breaking because even though it broke, he still could not get the girl he want, which is Toru, and we saw him grow up in that episode, finally. That's all I'm gonna say. It's jarring, but finally, okay. And also do want to say before I get things started, I have seen some preview images for this episode. I told you guys before, if you watch my other live reactions, that I get spoiled on this series very often because a lot of people love to post the preview images before the actual episode comes out. I've took the liberty of just like muting people, blocking people, because I'm tired. I have everything muted and still some things just leak out because people just can't wait. So I said, fuck it, I gotta get people out of here. So that's how I'm moving. Hopefully I don't get spoiled again on certain things. It's not like anything major, but still I would like to be surprised by some things. Like with this episode, I seen how Ring looked and I was like, you know, I would have rather have seen that during the live reaction, but can't have nice things. With that being said, people, let's get started. And we see Rin's short haircut right now, and honestly, it doesn't look bad at all. All right, it obviously isn't what Akito cut it to be, but it's not like Akito did Rin a disservice by cutting her hair that length. I mean, like now, it looks good. It looks good. Like I said before, Rin is very lucky Akito did not cut her hair bald. That is something I expect from Akito. Oh, they're at Kazuma's place. Why you crushing Toru's head for him calling y'all friends? Yeah, this is probably the best place for her to stay. Kagura still lives in the outer Soma estate, I believe. So, you know, after what happened with Akito and Rain, she probably doesn't want to go back to the Soma estate. So, yeah, good place for her to live. Okay, Rin is still keeping things a secret from Toru, which is a smart play because we know how Akito feels towards women. So if Toru tries to get involved with that, I mean, listen. Akito has already told Toru straight to her face, stop meddling in our affairs. And Toru proceeded to meddle in season 2. So I've already said it before. The minute Akito and Toru meet again, nothing's good going to come out of that interaction. Nothing good. Toru's going to get hurt because last time she got off with just like scratch marks on her face, but there's no way Akito acts this violent towards Rin on 2 different occasions, but doesn't do the same thing to Toru. The next time they meet, Toru's life is literally in danger. Don't worry, he's your one and only. I don't think he worried about all that. Okay, Kyo's looking at a perspective that Cosmo will have somebody living with him and will liven up the place. Oh, it's that time already? And it's crazy that Yuki remembers that. It makes sense for Kyo to remember it more so. He probably does remember it, but didn't bring it up. But for Yuki to remember that, damn. And look, Kyo doesn't want to go. Come on, Kyo. I understand, like, later on is going to be explanation, and we kind of get why he doesn't want to go. I've already talked about this ad nauseum, about Kyo and Kyoko's connection, and how Kyo very much likely has a connection to Kyoko's death. But Kyo keeps running away from that issue. He keeps running away. And that's something that Momiji was telling him too. Like, you can't just, obviously, like I said, it's more to it. It's not as simple as, you know, when he was talking about how Kyo doesn't pursue his relationship with Toru any further. It's more to that than him just asking Toru out, let's be boyfriend, girlfriend. It's more to that. There's a lot of nuance with it. But at the same time, you can't just sit there and do nothing. And again, like he's not facing his issue. You can't keep running away from it. I mean, Kazuma taught your ass that when he took that bracelet off of you. Look at Shigure talking shit. Bro, Shigure is an asshole. And look at that. So first of all, Rain wholeheartedly believed that Rain knew something about the curse. Or maybe she didn't wholeheartedly believe it, but it's kind of one of those things where she had to believe it because of how desperate she was to find out that information. So she could have been deluding herself. But what Shigure just said right now is important because he said she doesn't know the way. Why is that important? How would Shigure know that? How would he be privy to that information? I said it before. When Shigure said that he was sleeping with Rain, it's more to that than him just wanting to get back at Akito. That is a reason he did it. I believe that. But I also believe that he asked something about the curse, or maybe Rain, there was a proposition where she was like, you know, you sleep with me, I'll tell you more about the curse, and then afterwards he learned nothing about it. That's something I believe. Like how would he know that Rain knows nothing about the curse unless that occurred? I know Rain better than you do. We're close. Yeah, real close. Very close. Oh no. The Zodiac curse will break on its own eventually. Hold on. Okay, wait. So so hmm. So we're just the curse just happens to break this generation? I hope that's not true because honestly, this is just my initial feelings, but if that's the case where we're just at the right time, the right like the right generation for the curse to just so happen to break now, I'm not really going to like that. I hope that's not all there is to it. I really hope so. And Toru said, I need that curse to break right now. This is the first time the whole Zodiac has been alive at once. Really? Wow, okay. If that's true, okay, I'm more okay with that. If this rare occurrence happened because all the Zodiacs are here at the same time. He just straight up told him, okay. I'm surprised Shigure is being so upfront about some of this stuff. He must really be trying to get things moving. But the issue is we don't know when the curses will break, even though they'll break eventually. Thank God, at least I'm not him. Hey, he like, hey, Kyo may be going through it, but hey, that ain't me. The cat is a gift to us, another creature, an other creature for us to exclude. He's the sacrificial lamb. He's the black sheep of the bunch. They're like, yo, you take the bullets for us. You take the bullets for us, Kyo. That's not funny, but it actually is fucked up, but it's still funny the way Shigure is saying it. Is Kyo her pog champ? See, okay. I'm glad they brought back this moment. Cause well, people may not know like how I felt about this moment, but this was towards the end of season 2, where Rin asked what was most precious to Toru, and in that scene, Toru just like pauses. She hesitates, and like she said right here, normally Toru would answer her mother no question. I mean, like, think about it. She carries that picture of her mother everywhere. Hot springs, movies, everywhere. Obviously, Kyoko was the most precious thing to her. Or maybe she still is, but now she's not so sure. The reason why is obviously because Kyo came into the picture. That's why. Because she swore that she would keep Kyoko first in her heart. And that's why she's so attached to that photo. Oh, Kyo's meeting up with Toru's grandpa. Okay, interesting. Shout out to Toru's grandpa's old ass. She's like, yo, bro, I hurt my back. I'm waiting for my Uber to come, bro. Yeah, I wonder why he calls her Kyoko. I wanted to keep her alive. So he pretty much did it for Toru's sake. Are we going to actually learn about Katsuya? Are we actually going to learn something about Katsuya? Because goddamn, it is the final season. We still don't know like anything about this dude. Please tell us something, Gramps. Please. Okay. We already knew that, though. That she got her manner of speech from her father. Damn. What? Wait, they said it to her face, though? Like, Toru's right there. They're just looking at Toru. This baby doesn't look like Kazu. You sure that's hers? Like, oh, you sure that's his? Oh, like, what? Hey, Fruits Basket, the adults, the parents, nah, they don't be hitting. But it's probably like that because they don't like Kyoko. Why's Cockroach just creeping? It's like, I can see your silhouette, bro. I can see you. It's just creeping. Okay, yeah, Kagura still hasn't gotten over the Kyo situation. So instead, you break Kazuma. Why are you breaking Kazuma's house? He has nothing to do with this bullshit. I guess the only thing he has to do with it is that he's the father of Kyo. But like, bro, like, leave my house, leave my shit out of it. I'm chilling. I'm cooling. I don't got nothing to do with y'all crazy people. Like, let me chill. Oh, okay. She said if she just get together with Kyo-kun already, I could stop wavering. So I guess she just doesn't want the possibility. Like, she doesn't even want the option to be available to her so she can get over it. I understand that. I get that. But like I said before, there's a reason why the Kyo and Toru ship isn't progressing the way other ships are. Because I think out of all the ships in Fruits Basket, Rin and Haru is like the most solidified because they're like, they've been a couple for a while. Like, they had a rocky period, but like they understand their girlfriend boyfriend. Other couples, they're in a weird place. It's going to get there eventually, but they're still not there. Oh, also Ayame and Mide. Forgot about them. Bro, she's fucking up the house. No, I'm not happy. I gotta pay for all this shit. No, I'm not happy. Oh. So Kazuma's grandfather, his significant other, was the person taking care of her. Damn, wouldn't you feel sorry for the fourth? That's so crazy. How could you be in a relationship and then like have the person's child out of pity? That is crazy. Wow. I like this. Oh shit. Oh god. As soon as I pause the video, fucking Kagura comes out of nowhere. Kagura off the top ropes. Goddamn. But I'm very surprised that Toru outright said, yo, like, Kyo's the one I care about, really. And this is something that Momiji was alluding to, where he said, even though my curse broke, Toru would be more happy that Kyo's curse broke instead of his. Like, Toru would be like, oh, like, you know, you breaking your curse is cool, but what's up with Kyo? Like, that would be the whole thing. He knew that he could not replace Kyo in her heart, and it seems like Toru's coming to terms with that she has the strongest feelings for Kyo. Like, I'm not mad at Toru at all with this, because that's something that Kyoko told her. Like, it's okay to be selfish. Of course, she said now and again, but it's also not an issue, at least in my eyes, for you to care more about someone else than other people. That's not to say that Toru does not want these curses to break. It's just that she wants Kyo's curse to break above everybody else's. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. See, I thought so. Because there was a scene where Toru sees Kyoko like leaving the house, and in my eyes, what that told me is that Kyoko abandoned Toru for I don't know, I don't know how long. But it's giving more. It's showing more of the flaws of Kyoko because in Toru's mind, because the only time we really like see Kyoko is through Toru's good memories of her. And again, like I said, we would see those like little instances where we'll be like, wait, what's going on with Kyoko? But like now we know for sure like Kyoko wasn't the perfect mother figure that Toru had in her mind. She's still the ideal mother, but again, like she's human like everybody else, and it's good to see that the death of Katsuya impacted her this way. Because if it didn't, then it would be like, damn, like, what are you, a robot? And this is why Toru copied Katsuya's polite manner of speech. So wow, Kyoko and Kyo talk way more than I thought. I thought it was going to be like once or twice, but it seems like they've been talking. What the hell? Like Kyoko, this is who you were talking to during this time. Talk to your daughter. Uh-oh. You can't ask Toru about her dad. I thought of my dad as a bad guy. Please tell us about Katsuya, man. Y'all don't tell us shit. Oh, that's the route they're going. I thought it was going to like uncover some secret. Toru's grandfather said that Katsuya had peculiar habits, and I want to know what those habits were. But it's more so that Toru's she thought of her dad as a bad guy because of the strong bond that he had with Katsuya and the impact that he had, which drove Kyoko to pretty much abandon Toru and become distant. So I want to know what was the trigger for Kyoko to go back to Toru and turn into the mom that we know was in her mind now, like the short hair Kyoko. like that. There's the distinction. Long hair Kyoko, short hair Kyoko. Long hair Kyoko, kind of shaky. You looking kind of shaky. Short hair Kyoko, great, best mom ever. Like you gotta make that distinction. I wonder when Kyo is going to actually tell Toru about his connection to Kyoko. Toru not communicated with our fists. See, we need more Rin and Kagura moments. Because I like Kagura a lot better when she's not Kyo crazy. Oh, I didn't even know. So she did have a photo of her dad. Whoa. Why is Kyoko's ghost just standing there posted up? Like, hey. Hey, stop talking. Like, what's going on? Whoa. There we go. The trauma has been exposed. That boy cracking. All right. That is the end of the episode. Okay, so while that episode didn't give us much in terms of story progression, we got a lot of uncovering the characters and really picking them apart, especially Toru, because Toru has been treated by the community and people in the series as this saint who is selfless to a fault. And while that is the case in a lot of instances, in this episode, I feel like we've seen her the most vulnerable and the most human. Well, maybe not the most, but with her saying that I want Kyo's curse to break, and like she's using like the prospect of her freeing all the Zodiacs as an excuse, while I still believe she wants the curses to break for all the Zodiacs because she cares about people like Yuki and everybody else that she's made connections to. Her priority is Kyo, and that's fine. Like Kyoko said to her, it's okay to be selfish. And in this instance, when it's someone that you love, I think it's okay for her to say, I want Kyo's curse to break above his curse to break above all of you guys, especially because of who Kyo is. He's the cat zodiac. Honestly, if the curses didn't break for everybody else, they would still be fine. Sure, they would be deemed as monsters who transform into animals when hugged by the opposite gender, the opposite sex, but they're not Kyo in that they're going to get locked up and they'll continue to be ostracized. Now, that still may happen even if the curse breaks for Kyo, but like I said, Kyo has it much worse when it comes to him still being affected by the curse, okay? So, yeah. But like I said, the main reason why Toru takes priority with Kyo is because of her feelings for him, obviously. And we also saw that Toru was having this dilemma of who does she care about more, Kyo or Kyoko? And the reason why it's an issue is because Toru pretty much made a promise to keep Kyoko number one in her heart, because as things change, as she lives in a different place, she doesn't live in the same apartment, she doesn't have the same thing she had in that apartment. It's like Kyoko is disappearing because she's not in this world, so the only thing she has to latch on to are these items, and this picture of Kyoko is the one thing that she is so obsessed with. And maybe by the end of the series we'll see her like put the photo away, or at the very least, like, it doesn't have to be like destroyed or anything like that, but I think a big step for Toru would be to not carry that photo with her anymore, because she carries that thing everywhere. So I like that we uncovered that part of her, because it was an issue like before, early in Fruits Basket. I mean, even in episode 1, when you really think about it, because when her tent got destroyed and there was a landslide, she was trying to dig, like literally dig, to get the photo of her mother. And it's like, it's crazy when you really think about it. But again, that's just how much she cared about Kyoko, still cares about Kyoko. But it's unhealthy not to care about her this much, but it's unhealthy to like latch on to this idea of Kyoko the way she does. And there's also the fact that Kyoko isn't the perfect mother we thought she was. I knew there was going to be more to Kyoko once we saw the images of Toru seeing her leave the house. So the fact that Kyoko, we got confirmation that Kyoko kind of like left Toru for, we don't know how long, but she pretty much abandoned Toru for a period of time, in the time that she was still distraught over Katsuya's death. And that led to Toru picking up his polite manner of speech, trying to basically emulate him so that her mother wouldn't be as sad as she was. I thought we were going to uncover more with Katsuya. Honestly, I'm just like, because the stuff that they told us didn't really have much to do with Katsuya. It had to do with how Toru viewed him and things like that. I want to know more about Katsuya. When are we going to learn anything about this? We didn't learn any new information about this dude. What are those peculiar habits? Why are you keeping us in the dark for so long? Something's up with that dude that they're not telling us. And I said this before, Fruits Basket has a lot of gray area characters where people may be good overall, but there's some darkness to them in some aspect. And we saw it in this episode with Toru. It's not really darkness, but the selfishness. We've seen it with other characters, with Kyoko. What's up with Katsuya? There's no way he's this perfect dude and we're not going to learn any more about him. Like I said, I will keep saying it. With Toru's grandfather, he said he had peculiar habits. What are those motherfucking habits? Let me know. Let me know. This episode also showed Kyo being broken at the end of it, because finally we got confirmation that he was at the very least around Kyoko when she died. In the line, the eerie line of "I will never forgive you" or "I won't forgive you," we don't know why those words were said, but not only did Kyoko's death impact Kyo, but those words in particular, like they're ingrained in his mind. And this I believe, was the catalyst for Kyo to train in the mountains for 4 months, because the timing of everything matches. I wonder what's going to happen from this point on. like Toru's gonna be like, bro, what is the issue? And you broke my fucking photo. I also like that we got good Kagura in this episode, at least for a bit, because then we had fucking crazy Kagura for a spurt. But I like her mentality with things, because she just wanted Kyo to be off the table. She didn't want the option available to her, and that's why she's like, bro, just like, Kyo, Toru, just get together so I don't have to worry about this shit. I understand that. I get that. I'm not mad at Kagura for that. Like, it makes a lot of sense. I think the only sad part about Kagura is that it seems like everybody has their ships lined up. Like, Yuki has Machi, Hiro has Kisa, Kyo has Toru, Yame has Mine, Hasuhara has Rin, Shigure has Akito and Rain. But Kagura is like one of the few people I can think of off the top of my head that doesn't have like a ship lined up for her. Momiji doesn't have that either, but we know that at least like his classmates love him. Like, people in the school love Momiji, so he has like no issue finding another person if he really wants to. But like, Kagura isn't in school anymore, so it's like, damn. like even fucking Ritsu, that irrelevant fuck, Ritsu has a ship lined up for him with Michan. So like, damn, like, bruh, that's so fucked up, man. I think that's pretty much everything I want to cover with this episode. There's probably a lot more into it that I didn't cover, but if you want to know my full thoughts on the episode, you know, because when I rewatch the episode, my thoughts are going to be a lot more polished and whatnot. So if you want that, check out the Ox and Rat podcast on my main channel, Satsuki the Savage, where we discuss Fruits Basket every Tuesday, or any day we're available if we're not available that day. I do it with my co-host Perry, and we talk about the episode. By then I will have rewatched the episode, and as I said before, my thoughts on everything will be a lot more solidified, and I'll cover more things than I did just talking during this live reaction. So that's how it's going to be. But guys, that's pretty much everything I want to say. Appreciate anybody watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I am Satsuki the Reactor, and I am out.